You know this is a good one, right?
This is a great one. This is a
It's
great one. This is
it's like I'm normal on the left. Fuck you, Sasha!
no, because this is Halloween weekend. I'm saying this is the start of Halloween weekend on the left, in which you went out, you're having a good time. This is the end of the night. Well, you fucking bitch! You said with my man. It's like, how dare you cosplay as Poison Ivy? God! Die! Die! Yep, that's the beginning of the confrontation. I wasn't talking to your man. You were talking to my man. He was talking to me. Fuck you! And then leave her laying. Please come arrest everybody. Mostly Sasha. Even though she looks like the victim in this. She didn't get arrested.
So, the first one, obviously, was the thumbnail.
Yeah.
But there's a theme this year that made me question whether this was the correct thumbnail or not.
Ooh, what?
So
like
remember,
this is it.
No. So remember, a certain wrestler claimed he was doing hurricanranas off the top rope.
Yes.
Ta-da!
I can see Sean's reaction. Whoa! Hurricanranas off the top rope.
Oh no!
Wasn't expecting that. A Frankensteiner? She has a fucking Frankensteiner? Damn you, Shotzi. By the way, best opening for a show we're going to have ever. Shotzi got full cover, and it's all about Shotzi, and then we go right into Shotzi Blackheart. It's amazing.
Yeah. And it was a great match, but we'll get more into that when we do the recap. But
yeah, no one started actually swinging on each other. So it's a Charlotte segment.
And then I also end it on this.
This is great. This is so great.
I
Even though we've got this match for the millionth time. It's so
I don't
good.
care. I'm telling you now. I can watch this match over and over, and it will always be good.
Yeah, it's Serena Deeb Rashida.
Yeah.
I feel like that should be a award in rematches. The match I just can watch again and again is the Serena Deeb Rashida award.
I will be back right after this.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe.
Hey! Oh!
Check out the Marcus and Manny show.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
Okay, so I've got what happened next.
What do you mean?
I've got Kofi going, oh no. Bow!
Another Halloween fight! Another Halloween fight! Who are you? I'm Jerry the King Lawler. Pow! Just punched him for it. Just punched him for it. Had to do it. Oh!
Welcome everyone to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I am main event Jey Uso, and he is.
Wow! That was more of a hawk. That was a well. Pal, I am Vince McMahon in his most powerful form, Durag Vince McMahon, and this is the Crouching Tiger Hidden Durag edition of the Untitled Manny and Marcus show.
Welcome everyone to Crouching Tiger and Hidden Dragon.
You are the Hidden Dragon, Manny. Just to clarify, everybody, he's the Hidden Dragon.
Oh wait! It's Crouching Tiger Hidden Durag. Why are we calling it Dragon?
It don't matter. We fucked it up. Bring your lawyers. I got Jeremy McDivitt. I don't care.
Eric said there was a lot of effort put into that Shotzi thumbnail. There was no effort made in that. No effort.
There's more effort than Shotzi's.
I may have added some saturation into one of the photos today. Other than that, no effort made.
Well, anyway, It is Halloween weekend. Oh, wait, it's blasphemous to wear a do-rag and be bald. No one knows, okay? No one knows I'm bald. This is why Hogan gets to wear it in court. We don't know if he doesn't have hair under there.
Hold on. He could also be Kimbo Slice, and Kimbo Slice had no hair when he wore do-rags.
That is also true. That's also a fact. Numerous people wear do-rags without hair. It's to cover up that they don't have hair. LeBron James also does it. For all you know, I am the king. I am the king. I'm a little washed, but I am the king.
Lucha said Marcus got his Antifa gear on. Well, if you listen to the audio show, you need to check out the first opening 10 minutes of the YouTube show to see what nonsense me and Marcus are doing today.
Yeah. Well, earlier you're missing out Manny and Manny had his sleeves rolled up, but then we feared that YouTube would take us down because they don't allow guns like that on their YouTube channel.
No. So what happened was Marcus has made me conscious of my tiny arms, so I will no longer expose them.
I told him to put a band around it. Everybody be able to see the strength, brother, of our tribal chief, the head of the table. Oh, I'm sorry, you're Jimmy Uso. I'm sorry, you're not even Jay. You're Jimmy. Oh, you're Jimmy or Jay?
I said Manny and Jay.
Hold on, Manny. You're both. Just turn the hat around halfway through the show, and then you're the other Uso.
As Eric said, it's blasphemous to wear a do-rag and be bald, and I brought up Kimbo Slice. El Lucha Doc went, and Kimbo Slice is dead, man. Why you got to bring the show down? Why you got to bring the tone of the show down? We do that. We do that ourselves. We don't need help doing that.
Tons of people on We Dress Up As are dead on Halloween. In fact, 90% of the people who are dressed costumes are from dead people. Manny, there was an article of Halloween of what was the most popular costume of the year you were born. I was born in 1984. The most popular costume was Ghostbusters.
Oh, wow.
And I was like,
born in 1986. Do you know what was in 1986?
I forgot.
It probably still be Ghostbusters.
No, it wasn't. It was something different every year. No one came back in a repackage or anything. So I don't recall, but I'm sure someone will Google it any minute now to find out what was the most popular costume in '86.
I do have some news stories.
I think you were Smokey and the Bandits, to be honest, or something stupid.
I do have some news stories. We'll do them as quick hits. Before SmackDown, Raquel Gonzalez had a dark match against Toni Storm. And the Creed brothers lost to the Viking Raiders in a dark match before SmackDown as well.
Yes. Was that the Creed brothers also chasing the 24/7 title already?
Yeah, they were.
That was quick. Vince is already tired of it. He saw that dark match. He was like, "Can't chase the title." Just chase it.
And then the UK live events that are happening next month. In the next couple of weeks. Cesaro and Walter have been added. Cesaro versus Walter have been announced for the live events in Liverpool, Leeds, and Nottingham. I can't do any of them. I can't go to any of them. I have work that day. I can't even take time because it's too short notice.
But it's Walter and Cesaro, Manny.
I know.
Walter and Cesaro.
And it's
just
not
call out
on TV. Do you know how
I'm going to take an extended lunch break.
Extended to what? The rest of the day.
All right, bro. Extended lunch break. We'll be back later. I winked the wrong eye. There we go.
And then an Impact star has a tryout on SmackDown. A tryout backstage.
Ooh.
As a producer. Who am I talking about?
I'm gonna guess it's the man who's been bastardized by the entire wrestling community. Whether you're in the Indies, whether you're in the main roster, whether you're AEW, WWE, Ring of Honor, it doesn't matter. They have screwed this man out of his invention. They have screwed this man out of his creation. It is the best finishing move in the world, and people just disrespecting it and continue to disrespect it when Dustin Rhodes or that fucking Rock and Roll Express guy do it. It's disrespectful. It was Petey Williams. And I'm already saying, Put him with the Steiner boy.
So Pete Williams has got a tryout backstage as a producer. Also in the news earlier this week, Jimmy Wang Yang might be a W backstage producer.
Oh, wow. So guys they didn't want... Here's what I don't understand. Guys they didn't want back in the day to do anything other than job. But then they also go, that guy can produce something.
Well,
I don't know how do you get an audition for producer? Like,
I
hey,
don't
let's
know,
try
but
Pete Williams out.
I think they realize the problem that's going on. Like, a lot of their producers are older. So I think they need to freshen up what's actually being produced in terms of match quality and stuff like that in an effort to somewhat compete with the wrestling show of AEW, when we all know WWE is an entertainment show.
Yeah. Pure entertainment. As you can tell, was there fighting with pumpkins and throwing them at each other? Pure entertainment. And AEW is pure wrestling, no entertainment whatsoever, no enjoyment, even though they had Ghostbusters fighting each other and cowboys and God knows what else. And I believe a zombie was main event Rampage last night, I believe. If I'm factually correct.
Yeah, and then there was also that story that
a fat ass zombie, by the way.
Yeah. There was also that story by Dave saying that multiple people walked out after Dynamite or after the Bryan Danielson match. And I can see why.
Dang, let the hate consume you.
No,
But
I would have walked. Thing is, if I saw that main event, I would have walked out of it. If I was able to have the foresight to see that main event, I would have walked out because the middle match was good.
Yeah, but do you care about those guys? Do you feel like on a Wednesday night, and I don't want to bring up Meltzer, and I'm not, fuck Meltzer for even reporting this, and anybody that reports that people walked out of an arena at the end of the show. But what did you see? Middle of the week, you have to work in the morning. This is Wednesday. I've been here for hours already doing Dynamite, Elevation, Dark, whatever else they fucking film, and Dark matches and all that. I am spent. I gave all my energy and love to Bryan Danielson and CM Punk multiple times. I am exhausted. Why in the hell do I need to stay and see Dante Martin, Matt Sydal, and then Abaddon and Britt Baker? I'm taking my ass home. It's close to midnight. I got work in the morning. I'm taking my ass home. I do not fault these people in going home. I would look at the Rampage card and be like, I can miss this and watch it on TV.
And I feel like you've just been exposed. Eric said, Marcus asked last night, and I didn't know the answer, Manny. Do you know if zombie booties stink?
Hey, Eric jumping the gun. I was going to save this to the match. And we'll come back to this question in the middle of the Britt Baker match. We're not there yet. We haven't even started to review Smackdown yet, which reminds me, we need to get this on the road because someone has work tonight.
Okay, let's get to moving. Charlotte kicks off SmackDown, states that she's the face of the women's division, the face of the company, and the most decorated women in sports entertainment history, and no one is going to change that. Says order finally has been restored to SmackDown, and that's exactly what these women need. A mentor. They need someone to bring the best in them. And I agree. Because out comes Sasha, and I don't believe she can bring out the best in most people. She states no one is buying Charlotte being a leader. She doesn't care about women in the back. She only cares about holding them down.
Dang, she's true. That's true. I read that in the dirt sheet somewhere. She wanted to drop the belt to Bianca Belair. Also read that too. So, it's not 100% true.
And then Sasha asks when her championship match is. Charlotte spins it and claims Sasha is being selfish after all the chances she has squandered, and says that a new face deserves a championship contenders match opportunity.
Yes, and that is why Charlotte gets her face done every single week, because she wants a new face to get a challenge for a title, a new opportunity.
And then out comes Shotzi, states that she is the one.
We the ones.
And Charlotte gives her match. So what did you think of the opening segment, Marcus?
I was entertained by it. Sasha's a snake, and then she was out there. I always know a snake. You can't trust anybody to come out with one pants leg out. You can't. I've never trusted anybody like that. That's why I can never trust Matt Cardona or anybody else. Ruby Riott or Soho, as she currently knows. One leg out. Can't trust you in long term. But Shotzi comes out. She shoots her missile at Charlotte. And then they continue to have this match, which I really enjoyed. And I was waiting for the spot, as we were all waiting, for those who watched NXT, all 5 people that did in this prime. Now we're down to 3. Oh, we're waiting for the Shotzi's part when she tried to kill herself. And she does.
There was 2. Okay, so Shotzi versus Charlotte. I really enjoyed this match. It was something new, something fresh. Charlotte probably gave Shotzi her best match in NXT/WWE. We got our Shotzi death spot twice. Once where Charlotte pulled her off the top rope and she just hit her head, back of her head, right off that turnbuckle and just to the ground.
Yep.
And then
I thought that was okay.
The botchy dive to the outside with no momentum.
No, she just falls on her knees. And I go, damn it, Shotzi. Damn it. Damn you.
But then we got the running theme of the year. Hurricane Runner off the top rope.
Yes. Blessed be the day. And just looking at it going, yes. Yes, that's my move. Take that, Charlotte. Take that shit. Look at the smile on her face. Look at that. I know she's probably going, just putting her lips together, but it looks like she has a full smile and she's having the time of her life doing Hurricane Runners. But I didn't realize how athletic Shotzi was when she did almost basically the Kurt Angle / Shelton Benjamin running up the rope into that. I was like, oh shit. That was quick.
Pat McAfee was like, Shotzi's a spider monkey.
I thought Pat was probably in rare form and in full Pat mode tonight. In which he was quoting rap lyrics. He was screaming. He was yelling. He was all over the place. At the end of SmackDown, he was like, baseball is dumb. We'll be back on TV next week. But Pat was on a roll this week. I thought Pat was amazing. And I thought this match was amazing. And I thought the crowd really got behind Shotzi. And it pained me to see her attack Sasha Banks. Although it also brought joy. Because I was like, she could have been such a good face. She could have been the female Jeff Hardy. But yet, they wanted to turn her.
You know what? I think it might be a good thing for her. She'll be on TV more. I think she'll be on TV more. I think she's now gonna work with Sasha. And then Sasha's obviously wearing snakeskin. And then Shotzi's also now wearing snakeskin. And then Shotzi outsnakes the original snake.
Yeah. Some snake, everybody knew. I thought Sasha was coming with Backstabber right away. Because that's who she is. And she was wearing snakeskin. But when Shotzi got her and then continued to beat her and threw her to the tank, that means the tank is leaving and everything. And I was like, all of this is gone. I don't know where she's going to go from this. And I think she's going to be generic heel and never win a match. She's going to become like Natty's heel run or Tamina.
Oh no! Where is it? Yeah. Do you know what? I'm gonna wait and see. Before I cast my judgment on it, but because a lot of the time you see certain wrestlers, if they succeed at a heel run and then turn face later, they always turn out to be some of the better talent we have. Yeah,
we'll see. It worked out for Bayley.
Yeah.
It was like, this is a likable character, and then they turned the heel. It was like, this isn't working. And we'll see with Shotzi, but I feel like she could, if this was AEW, and yes, this is a rare AEW compliment on our side, and people are not going to remember this, but if this was AEW, Tony Khan would have teamed Shotzi with Jeff Hardy as mentor, and we would have got a series of missed tag matches and coaches, and it would have been an amazing duo. Amazing. Just saying.
So we learned that Brock Lesnar has been fined by $1 million.
$1 million. When he did it, I just couldn't help but laugh. And I was like, yes.
Do you not wish he was like $1 million?
I loved it. And maybe, I don't know what the reaction was. I actually didn't look at the internet and see many people's reaction to the SmackDown. But I enjoyed the cartoon aspect of charging somebody $1 million. Do they not know how much that is? It's a ridiculous amount. It's ridiculous. And if I'm Brock Lesnar, I refuse to pay that fine. Refuse.
I mean, if I'm paying $1 million, I'm coming back and I'm beating you up again.
Yeah. Like when Kayla came up to Paul Heyman afterwards and asked what's Brock Lesnar gonna do, I go to the office and beat the ass of everybody in there and get my money's worth. But that's not what I'm saying he would do.
But I like that when Paul Heyman had to catch himself. Like, he realized what he was doing is like, my tribal chief might hear me. I need to stop.
Okay, so during the pandemic, Manny, we I don't know how much news or Sports Center and all that you got to see, and people were doing Zoom calls from their home, and they were doing their analysis from their home, and I was rating people's backgrounds of what they had and how much money they made, and I was looking at their bookshelf.
Adam Pearce's background was terrible. One, because he had a monitor placed strategically behind him, and it was wonky. It was wonky. It wasn't like it was like this, like it was straight. It was like this.
Well, Manny, he's a professional wrestler. We've never seen wrestlers on a computer other than that time Shawn Michaels was on his laptop. But it's hard to type on a computer when you gotta look to the side like this. So I'm assuming that's why
he's a true WWE employee that he has to look at things like this.
Yes. Yes. This is how he uses his computer. So you have to. And Eric stated the thing that he's a true company man by having that WWE logo as his wallpaper. I'm sure he changed that for the segment. It is probably an obscene picture of one of his favorite female wrestlers. Little boy is like, why am I on your wallpaper?
Luke said Brock should write a check for $2 million and stomp everyone out again. Eric said the bookshelf was a nice touch, makes people think that he reads.
Bookshelves in the background. I swear those people just have them. Just be like, oh shit, I need to get a bookshelf. I'm doing BSL late.
No, do you know the thing with bookshelves is you have a book, and then you read that book. What's the intention that you're ever going to read that book again? Because I have a bookshelf filled with books. Some of them I've never even completed. I can see receipts in them which I've used as bookmarks, and they're not even near the end. They're maybe 3 chapters in.
Manny, see, you don't think you're ever going to get to a time when, let's say, you're in a weird night out and you decide to steal the Declaration of Independence, and you decide to go to one of your books for research. You don't plan on doing that? Because I plan on doing that. That's what I'm going to do with my books. The two books I have, most of them comic books. I'm going to go up there and go back. Let me reference this.
I'm sure I'm going to find a lot of clues in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
But you might find it in the Philosopher's Stone. You might find it in the Philosopher's Stone.
I'm sure I'm going to find some in Walking the Golden Mile by William Regal.
You never know. You're like, oh, I want to reread chapter 8 of Walking the Golden Mile with William Regal. I mean, life lessons are in that one.
I mean, there's loads of drug taking lessons in there. If you really want a book about that, read that book. So we move into Drew McIntyre with an open challenge, which is answered by Mustafa Ali. And we learn that Drew adds a Kimura to his repertoire of moves, which is a nice touch, which also kind of indicates that he may be turning heel.
Yeah, he doesn't have a submission. And it was nice for him to add that. And after the match,
I thought this was cheap.
Played the race hard.
Yeah, I thought this was cheap. I know it's to gain heat and stuff, but like, I thought it was really cheap to go that route.
He played the race card. He said his name's Mustafa Ali, and that's why you hate me. And I was like, it's happening. Vince has delayed this for long enough. He's now become Muhammad Hassan.
Yeah, this is Muhammad Hassan from 2000 and I think it was 2005.
I don't know, but I could still consider Muhammad Saad one of the best missed opportunities in the history of wrestling.
Yep.
Dude was great. Had heat. He was great on the mic, and he was honest. And this is the heart. This is the heart of when people were Islamic phobic. I think that's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
But that's what we're getting. I saw Davari in the back. I know where we're going with this.
We get King Woods knighting now Sir Kofi Kingston.
Yes!
We got Hit Row in the back showing their respect to King Woods. King Woods!
Okay. In this knighting, there was a "You Deserve It" chant. Woods thought they were talking to him. I believe it was a joke, and they were talking about Kofi being knighted and being dubbed the hand of the king. But Woods swore they were talking about him. He was like, "Yes, I know, I deserve it." I was like, "No, they're talking about Kofi, and they're talking about his $20 that me and you still owes him. Pay that man his money, woman. Come on."
Again, you are one to talk. When you owe double what me and him owes Kofi.
Damn it. I don't know. Do you have zeal, Manny? Do you have zeal? Although last night, before SmackDown began, I just gave $500 away and told somebody to make this money dance. I don't know what happens to that money. I'm not going to ever see it again.
That just sounds really random.
Don't worry about what I did, Manny. Don't worry about what I did. Don't worry about my investments, okay? But $500, and I said, make the money dance.
Giving $500 to a stripper and telling her to dance is not an investment.
No, I didn't ask for her to dance. I asked her to make my money dance.
So during the ceremony,
and yes, that stripper's gonna go to college, Manny, and she gonna become something. And then I will be there to be like, "Hey, remember who put you on? Who got you through college with that $500? Which probably didn't afford one book in college these days." I mean, like, yeah.
So they are interrupted by the Usos. Question:
Whoa.
Would you like to double what you owe me? Would you like to gamble what you owe me? Would you like to gamble what you owe me? And guess what my question is?
It would be $80. No, Manny, no, I am not a gambling man. Although I work in a casino.
How many times did the Usos say "whoa" when they were coming out?
I'm gonna say 10 times.
Wrong. 19.
19? They went whoa, whoa, bring it back, whoa.
19 times.
That's impressive. That's impressive.
And then I love the "fuck your couch" vibes we got from the Usos.
Know what the problem with the "fuck your carpet" vibes he had when he started grinding his feet into that carpet is that those shoes were so pristinely white.
Yeah.
That nothing. He's just fucking his own shoes up at this point. With that carpet, because that shit, well, those were white and nice and pristine and untouched.
The fact that they were doing that, I was hoping, because they were wearing rubber shoes, that they touched the New Day and then gave him a static shock or something.
Yes. Oh, Eric with a reference out of the early 2000s. Black Rob was stuck in the head like, "Whoa. I'm gonna fight you in a match later." Like, whoa,
whoa.
Maybe "whoa" could be the new what chant.
No,
whoa. Let's go. Whoa.
And then we get the Trick or Street fight with Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs versus Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss. This match was ridiculous. But what else?
I loved it. I loved it. No, I blame. No, this match was everything I want in a Trick or Street fight. To the crowd chanting, "We want pumpkins," to how hyped McAfee was about this, to them pouring him a drink, and him drinking. It was
good.
good.
Them eat apples as well.
Yeah, They were bought. Yeah, he bought. Oh, it was an apple. It wasn't a drink. He ate the apple, even though I thought that was the most unsanitary apple ever. This man's wrestling and sweating and putting his face in there, and then he decided to go and like, I'm gonna bite this apple. But it was hella entertaining. I enjoyed this match. Probably the best Rick Boogs match of his career.
And then Madcap Moss picks up the win with the assist from Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo.
Now, are they all a thing now?
Who knows?
Could they be happy? I can see all these fools hanging out together. With Madcap being the wild card.
Survivor Series is coming up. Maybe we get some of those actual traditional Survivor Series matches with stupid team names.
Yeah. No more brand versus brand. Let's go back to traditional Survivor Series. Team Happy versus Team
Nakamura.
Nakamura. And it'd be Shinsuke Boogs. McAfee?
McAfee ain't wrestling.
One more match for McAfee at Survivor Series. But yeah. But my favorite
Eric said the question is, are you tuning in next week to find out? Of course. This is the stupid shit we need.
Yeah, this is the shit I pay to see. To find out, oh man, they have a whole set now. It's 4. This is the greatest 4-man faction since the 4 Horsemen. Pinnacle or something. For fortune. No, but my favorite thing about this match was McAfee's commentary when he said the horror of this match, and that's horror with an H. He sounded like horror. And he had the great say, and it cracked him and Michael Cole up. So they just shut the fuck up for a minute. It was amazing. This is a horror match. That's horror with an H.
So we get another match, which is Naomi versus Shayna Baszler. Sonya comes out, says the referee that was scheduled to be in the match got injured by Brock Lesnar last week, so she takes the place last minute to be the referee.
I love the continuity that we have stories interlocking right now.
You can't fault them for that.
And it was good that they had that ref shirt on standby, and they were like, "It fitted. It fits her." This is ridiculous.
It's not like Cinderella. The botch in ring by Naomi, and then Cole tried to cover up with a distraction. You fell. Just accept.
Yeah, she fell. No. But
know, Naomi pissed backstage was the Naomi I wanted. The Naomi I got several weeks ago, and I was like, "This is the Naomi where she stepped in Sonya's face. This is the Naomi we need." But we're probably going to continue to get Feel the Glow.
And we're going to always get the glow until Beyonce says she's no longer her favorite wrestler.
But she's
Damn
amazing.
Damn you, Beyonce. Damn you. You ruined. Although Naomi was going to beat the shit out of Sonya, and I fear her life. I fear for Sonya's life whenever they get in the ring.
Eric said Naomi was doing some type of dance in the ring coming back from commercial that wasn't family friendly.
That's what my $500 went. Right there. It's like, hey, Naomi. Investment.
And then we get the main event. The New Day versus the Usos. As Xavier Woods put it, King Xavier. The first royal arse whooping. And they did. It was a good match. Like, it was fine for what SmackDown was this week, which was a theme show, essentially.
It was the Halloween edition. Although they didn't go to the extreme of NXT of having a Halloween party. In fact, I don't think the main shows have had a Halloween party, a Thanksgiving potluck, or whatever they be doing in the back. They haven't had a food fight in the ring in a long time. And I think, damn it, this year, for Thanksgiving, they better do it.
Wasn't it last
SmackDown
year?
comes on Friday.
Or was it 2 years ago when there was that KFC match? Where they were sponsored by KFC and the Good Brothers were in it. And one of them got put through the table, and then the gravy spilled, and I was mad. And I'm not imagining that. You would think something like that coming out of my mouth sounds like we invented that, but that actually happened.
Nah, it's a fever dream, Manny. I'm sorry. Never happened. I know you try to make this into a canon. It has never happened.
It has happened. I will find it and prove you wrong. Eric says, "How do you feel about Roman getting the night off?"
It was nice. He didn't have. There was no reason for him to actually be on the show. He currently doesn't have an opponent, and I believe it's going to be Big E at Survivor Series, so there's no reason to throw him on there. But he did show up later in the night in a dark match segment. I don't know if you guys saw the clip with Paul Heyman getting into the ring.
Yeah, I saw it. Like they were in the dark match, so it wasn't that bad.
So Paul Heyman gets to the ring, and then the Street Powers immediately just beat the shit out of him. Just like start punching him and start beating him on the ground.
So
it was unjust, and he slowly rolls out the ring. It was literally entertaining for no reason. Paul shouldn't have been in there. He shouldn't have been in there.
I wasn't wrong.
It never happened, Manny.
This is real. Look at it.
That is pure Photoshop. You can't tell me if none of these guys work for the WWE anymore. Just never happened. What is going on there?
I told you it's real.
Yeah, I know it's real. I mean, it's not. It's not. I'm gonna make you. I'm gonna show Manny. Just showed me a picture of the Colonel, and you actually didn't show me anything. You showed me nothing. That's a blank image. If anybody else see it, they have psychological issues.
So let's get into All Elite Wrestling.
Hold on, can we
Rampage.
get Jimmy Uso now, Manny? Can we get Jimmy Uso?
Yeah.
I love that there's no Rampage excuse.
I don't like this hat though. It's the only black hat I have, and it's Marty Scurll hat. So I'm just gonna have to keep my head.
Oh, I don't know if you want to do that. Then you sure you want to? You sure you want to support a real villain in this world? Also, in 1986, Manny, the costume that was most popular was Back to the Future. Probably Marty McFly.
Probably.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
I mean, Eric said, Manny, that was one of the greatest bad segments of all time. I mean, the gravy falling was probably one of my saddest moments in wrestling.
Oh no!
Danielson Unchained in the ring has been amazing. It has, but we've seen glimpses of that in his last few matches in WWE. So you knew it was coming as soon as he was going to AEW. So Rampage kicked off with Bryan Danielson versus Eddie Kingston. This is the best match Eddie Kingston's ever had.
Yeah. By far. Yeah. And if he says anything different, he's a liar. So they go balls to the wall, hitting each other. Bryan Danielson looks like hamburger meat by the end of it. And it is fantastic on every different level. It was fun. I had no belief that Eddie Kingston was winning, but it was still entertaining all the way through. That he fought all the way to the end. Bryan Danielson just beat his ass toward the end, and he won. And Eddie was like, "You didn't see me tap. You didn't see me do anything. I didn't lose this fucking match." In the back with Phil back there.
Well, I like the fact that CM Punk was meant to talk to Tony Schiavone, and Eddie Kingston prevented that from happening. So Eddie Kingston may be my second favorite wrestler in AEW now.
Yeah, he's just screaming in the background, and he comes up. It was like, "I'll beat your ass," this and this. And it's like, "All right, pal." And I was expecting Tony Khan just made a match for Wednesday. But no, back to this match, it was great. And, there's part of me that feels like, and I was having this discussion with Eric at this, is Bryan Danielson a spy?
How so?
I feel like he's doing everything he wants to do, but he isn't bad-mouthing WWE. He's not wearing any AEW merchandise. He isn't going out there praising the name of AEW. I feel like he's a spy. I feel like WWE said, "All right, we're not going to pay you, but you're still a part of the company. Let them pay you, and you can have all the matches you want. And then when you're done, when you get all of this greatness out of your system that you have to take, just come back from
mediocrity. Come back from mediocrity.
Yeah, come back and just earn a paycheck. Come on." But I mean, this is phenomenal.
I mean, it could happen.
Like,
I think CM Punk's probably going to lose to Eddie Kingston. I think that might be his first loss.
You think so?
Yeah.
I doubt it. CM
And the
Punk ain't
problem
losing.
the problem I have with this is probably going to end up on Full Gear, and there hasn't been great build up to it.
You think it's gonna be an Eddie Kingston CM Punk at Full Gear?
Yeah.
I can't see it. I can't see it.
I mean, it should be, but I feel like we'd be missing out on great promos between the two.
Here's what I don't understand. Why is Punk not in this tournament? It doesn't make sense. He should be in this tournament. And it should be, if they were going to build toward Eddie Kingston and Punk at Full Gear, if they plan on doing anything like that, of the sorts, I would just have WWE style booking, and maybe people hate it. Eddie Kingston, after that frustrated loss, you set the seed up that he was going to cost Punk in his Terminator match, or Eliminator match. And
like,
it would be like,
as...
oh shit. And then, you have a few going, they can go back and forth with the microphone for about a week or two, and you have a match.
I mean, there isn't, as Eric has put, there isn't a match for CM Punk at Full Gear. Well, so if you're going to throw him on the card, it's going to be this.
He's the most overexposed wrestler in the business right now.
But like when you're talking about tournaments, though, the one thing about the tournaments that don't make sense for me was, that match we claim is the best match, women's match of the week, possibly best match of the week. I think it is the best match of the week. Shida versus Serena Deeb.
Yeah.
Why was that a qualifying match? Why did they have to qualify to get into the tournament? Both of them have enough to be like, they don't need to wait. They don't need to qualify. Jade Cargill should have to qualify to get into this match.
Well, Shida has 50 wins, Manny.
Yeah.
Before going into that match.
Yeah, and then Serena Deeb was a former NWA champion, so therefore they bypass everyone that's already in the bracket.
I don't know. I don't want to think too hard. I feel like I'll get a headache trying to figure out how they decided to put the tournaments together. I don't question WWE's tournaments, Manny, to be honest. Why were any?
I mean, we should.
Why were they in the Queen of the Ring? Why were they in the King? How did Woods win the King of the Ring? How does Woods qualify for that? Even though he had an amazing year. How did he get to that?
So we get another good match between Matt Sydal versus Dante Martin. Match number 3. Really enjoyable match. And it was something that what's his name didn't ruin. Man of the moment. No, man of the hour. The Moth.
Man of the hour. The Moth. Leo Rush. No, Dante Martin's a freak in the ring. I don't understand the physics of the shit he does half the time. And I go, how is that even possible? It just put you in the ooh and ah and all that. And the people that walked out on this match, they can go kiss an ass. A fat zombie ass. If they want. Because this was a pretty good match. But my problem was, this is the third one. And they were advertising as 3. But I don't recall a single one before this.
I remember a first one. I don't remember a second one.
And they tried to make it seem like it was a big deal that he beat Matt Sydal when I've only seen Matt Sydal lose on TV. I've never seen Matt Sydal win. Never.
Matt Sydal is on the same level now as Dolph Ziggler. I've
never seen you win.
Where they're exceptional wrestlers, they just never win.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you did great, but nothing ever happened. Nothing's coming out of this. You're not going anywhere. You or Mike. Yes, I agree with El Luchador statement right there. And,
but he's so good, still, and a great guy to get people over. Yeah, but like that's it. When you see him, you're never gonna see him contend for anything because he's just gonna be that guy that's gonna lose to make someone else look good.
Yeah, but I understand that, and I'm fine with Matt Sydal's spot right there. But don't try to build me up into Matt Sydal being something special and he beating somebody when he's lost to everybody. He's lost. I've only seen that man's shoulders on the mat. I wouldn't recognize him without his shoulders on the mat.
And then this match.
That's Matt Sydal. Oh, I didn't see his shoulders on the mat. Didn't know it was not him.
This match has really made me angry. Because it wasn't good.
Hold on. Nope, Manny. Don't you do it. Don't you do it without doing it. It is time. Enough talk has been said. It is now time for the main event.
What you're missing out on the audio when Marcus does this is his eyes going like a maniac. If you watch his eyes closely, it looks like he's about to snap and kill someone.
Well, that's what I feel like Mark Henry's about to do. Is he's reading these force-fed lines and he just reads.
Oh no, I don't. Of all that, I think that it's now time for the main event is not the thing that's on the script. I think that's all Mark Henry. Everything else seems scripted. Oh yeah, and Abaddon just left.
Yeah, just gone.
I'm with Abaddon. I would have walked down with Mark Henry.
Okay, Manny, let's talk about this match. And I was gonna say 2 out of 3 matches of Rampage were pretty good. And Daniel Bryan, and Eddie Kingston was what it was. We all know. And this match was such a downgrade of wrestling ability and storytelling, and it was everything that was bad. Abaddon's one outfit does not fit the gimmick at all. She's dressed like a stripper on Halloween who they told her to be a zombie, but you're supposed to be a sexy zombie, not like this. What is this? And so she has her fat ass sticking out the entire time. And, I beg the question to Eric, as he brought up earlier, do you think zombie ass stinks?
Well, it has to, Marcus.
It has to. It's decaying. It's decaying. So I think she needs to cover that up, because that is a disqualification and horrible smells.
Well,
It has to
also,
be terrible.
I said this the other day and I was disgusted in myself for saying it. But I'm going to say it again.
Oh, no.
As soon as you asked if zombie ass stink, see, I was going to go along the lines of that's got to be Disco Minge. That's some sweaty on the other side. Like if it stinks that side, there's some other side as well.
It's going to carry over. It's going to be like, no! What are these? Even Batman's going, what are these fumes? The Joker killing me.
I go back to a very old Dave Chappelle special where he talks about his wife. A stripper supposed to be leaving a kiss stain on the shirt, not a shit streak on the shirt, and I think that's what you get from Abaddon. So Eric just said, you in the club and look at what? And look over at that.
I'm assuming he said you went over there, you look over at that, and she turns around and you were like, damn! He's like, so Eric's in the club, he's like, oh man, check out that little number over there, man, all that. Check out the thickness on this one. And then she turned around, you go, oh!
No, I think it's more you don't look at her face at any point because it's dark in there. You stay all night, the lights come and it's like, whoa! Whoa!
What did I bring home? Oh, you're coughing up blood everywhere! And Luchador will still smash though. No problem. No problem.
What are you doing, putting a bag on her head?
I like it kinky, baby. I like it kinky. This bag over here, turn off the lights. Turn off all the lights.
Luchador said I got a bad nose, I can barely smell. That basically means you got COVID, man. Go get yourself sorted out.
I'll make it work. Well, anyway, there were several botches in this one, especially with the table. They look like they're going to die.
The swinging neck breaker that doesn't break the table, followed by the suplex that also doesn't break the table.
With them holding the table up, trying to do this, it's just bad. It was bad. If there was ever a match to walk out on, it would have been this one.
Yeah, I would have walked out on this one. Which goes back to what El Luchador said earlier because I was saving for it.
Okay.
He said, people are dumb as fuck. You paid your money and you can do what you want. But if I paid, I ain't leaving. Even if it's Corbin versus QT Marshall in an Iron Man match.
No,
this is why I question everything about you, El Luchador. First of all, because you're not allowed to wear the mask if you ever come back on this show because you lost that right. But nobody is sticking around for a QT Marshall match that goes on longer than a minute.
Hold on. Here's where me and Luchador are right. I would also stay and go through the match. But at the same time, I don't blame the people who are leaving at this current moment to not watch this shit. I am the person that stays to the end. I don't care if my team's being blown out. I'm gonna stay because I gotta get my money worth. You ain't cheating me. Ha! That's my mentality. But I do not blame the people that need to go. It's a Wednesday night. Or this was Wednesday night, a long night of taping. You're probably exhausted. You've seen everything that you can see.
I thought they only do Dynamite and Rampage on a Wednesday, or they do Dark.
I think they do Elevation. They do Elevation as well.
Yeah. You should realistically be doing those three, and then everyone can walk out while you do Elevation.
Yeah, I'm exhausted at this point, but I don't blame those people who had to leave. They had work in the morning. It was probably a school night. And, this is a demo, so, those people might be in college or have kids. Who knows? This is that demo.
Eric said Manny is the script supervisor, but everyone would stay to find out why the Gun Club turned on Big Show. No, there's only 4 people. There's only like 4 people that care why the Gun Club turned on the Big Show. 2 of them are on screen right now. 3, if you include Eric.
I need to follow. In the positive of AEW Rampage this week, we didn't get Matt Hardy, who's been over-featured on this show. He'd be in like every segment. We got no Matt Hardy, which is good. No QT Marshall. We haven't seen him in a while. There's some positives going on at AEW. Some people are leaving.
Well, I heard the rumor that I think it's been squashed, but the rumor that AEW's contacted quite a lot of the ROH channel already.
Yeah, I would contact them. If I'm AEW, I'm probably not signing too many. I think I'll just take like 1 or 2, but because they're already overstacked.
I mean, the only person
they don't know what to do with their people already.
I would like Jay Lethal to get a proper run in a big company.
Yeah, but if he signs with AEW, Manny, come on, buddy.
That could be the start of the change. We need to believe in something. We need to believe in something, Marcus. Believe in something.
I watched the segment with Hit Row and the New Day in the backstage segment. That is more black people I've seen in that 2-minute segment than I've seen in a year of AEW, I think.
So, that was the end of the shows. What did you think of Rampage? It was just there, wasn't it?
I think
if the main event wasn't there, it would have been fine.
My problem, again, with AEW, it's a series of matches, and there's no reason for me to ever come back. If I were to miss it, even though I enjoyed Eddie Kingston and Bryan Danielson and thought, oh, this is a really good match, and I may go rewatch, it was no reason for me to say, I need to go watch this on a Friday night and skip whatever my plans were that night to say, I need to stay in and see this shit. No, it's no reason. I can miss next week. I can miss the week before. I can miss this week. Or same thing with Dynamite. It's like, oh, I could have missed these episodes. It doesn't. The stories aren't hooking me. And on SmackDown, they're kind of going through the motions because they don't know where they're going right now.
I think the plan is let's get the tour done in the UK over. Let's get that out of the way. We'll sort out our TV as we lead into Survivor Series. I think that's their plan. Because they're touring the UK from the 5th of November. So next week is probably their last few. Next week is probably their last few shows before they go on tour. So I think they're keeping it kind of light because obviously they've got to do their Thanksgiving shows and stuff like that as well. So
yeah, they got pre-tape for that.
Yeah, I think they've got a lot of light stuff coming.
And then they also have to what's it? Survivor Series basically prep itself. Like they're doing brand versus brand. You don't actually have to build up to it that much. You can just at the last week being like, oh, it's me versus Big E or whoever it's going to be.
Oh, you got the invasion.
Charlotte, yeah, you get one invasion the week before, the week of, and then people are like, all right, I'm going to see it. So it's not going to be any real exciting build-ups. No real matches at stake at Survivor Series. But there are matches I want to see. Like currently it's Nakamura versus Damian Priest. Should be pretty solid. Big E versus Roman. The tag match of the Usos versus Riddle and Orton. So they already have their card, basically.
Yeah.
And then you got Charlotte versus Becky, and what can turn into a shoot.
I think Charlotte takes her if it's a shoot, you know.
Yeah, I think so too.
So we got a response from last week where Peter had cancelled his WWE subscription, and the reason being Charlotte. So we got a follow-up email where Peter states,
I kind of want the email to say "fuck" and "you." Take that.
Well, he didn't. Peter's quite polite in this email.
Oh, okay.
He said we did ask him what was the reason as to why Charlotte. So he said, in all honesty, I am a very petty and get annoyed by WWE forcing Charlotte onto everyone, and by all the Charlotte stans who do not like people calling her moonsault a backflip where she lands on her feet. I'd been meaning to cancel the network for a while, and when I saw something about Charlotte, I thought I'm going to be incredibly petty and blame her for this.
Yes,
and that's
a petty run through you.
Yeah, and that's it. Pure pettiness on my part. My wrestling name would probably be Petty Pete. And all my feuds would be over really pointless things like someone leaving a dirty glass on the kitchen side rather than putting it in the dishwasher, or leaving an empty food packet in the cupboard so I think there's some left when there isn't. Imagine having a Hell in a Cell match over being disappointed that there was no biscuits left. Biscuits being cookies for you.
Yeah, but I would also be disappointed if someone had a box of Pringles and it's just like, oh, it's Pringles, and you open it, it's nothing in there, and you go, what the fuck? Why is this even here? Why is this here? Why do that?
What would cause you to have if it was a petty night of Hell in the Cell? Let's just go with the household between you and Ryan. Question.
Yeah, so currently,
what would be the reason you would be in a Hell in a Cell match with Ryan for petty reasons?
Well, first he has to have my rent, which, is always late. But the petty reason right now is this, Manny. I come home. I look in the refrigerator. I have my fresh groceries in the refrigerator. All right? He has his groceries in the refrigerator. Although what he brought into the refrigerator is not worthy of being in my refrigerator. He got grocery store orange chicken. A case of it, like in a giant cookie case, taking up a bunch of space in the refrigerator. And it's been there for, I want to say, a week and a half. He's never going to eat it. I don't know why he bought it. It's just cold, random orange chicken from the grocery store. That doesn't even have a brand name to it. It just says grocery orange chicken. And I want it thrown out, but every time I go into the refrigerator, I see it there, taking space, and it hasn't moved. He hasn't touched it. He hasn't opened it. So I'm sure it's gone bad. So when you open it up, it's probably going to see. So, Ryan, this Sunday, I challenge you to Hell in a Cell because orange chicken's in the refrigerator.
Okay, so what I need from you after the show, because I know you probably got to get ready for work or sleep. You need to take a picture of this fridge, and you need to put it up on the Instagram. And you need to go follow. And then you people listening and watching, you need to go to our Instagram page. It's The Sharpshooters, and check out this picture.
I'm not putting a picture of my fridge in there. It's probably not the cleanest or most sanitary looking fridge in the world. I'm not putting it up here with my fridge, Manny.
Wrestling fans are not the cleanest and sanitary people out there.
No, but I don't want people to look at the fridge and like, why is that there? Nah. Don't worry about what I got in my fridge. Nah, I can't. That's private. I wouldn't even let Seth Rollins come to my house. It would be a blood feud if Seth Rollins came in my place and saw what was in my fridge and started drinking my juice. Not happening.
It's sacred. The fridge is sacred.
The fridge is sacred. Shoot.
So that's the end of the show, actually. We haven't actually got anything else. There's no hidden other emails. Except the fake one, someone telling us to be mentors in the email.
Hey, I would be anybody's mentor. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't believe Megan is real. And the fact that she's trying
Megan
to
is real.
I don't believe her trying to flex on us by saying Kenny G spoke on our platform.
I can't believe
Kenny G.
I care about Kenny. Someone cares about Kenny G. He's had a career for over 800 years. 800 years of Kenny G. And we're never going to be rid of him.
Lucha Talk said Seth should have taken an upper decker in Edge's toilet. I mean,
Yeah.
that's too far. He got kids, damn it. I mean, I would have.
I would have ripped the kids' artwork off the wall. But, you know, I'm sad. That makes people sad.
I used to use the kids' artwork as toilet paper.
I would have stole his tools. So whenever he needed to fix something, he'd be like, where the hell's that wrench?
First of all, I would have left the fridge open.
Oh, I've been worse. I've been in Home Alone, the wet bandits, and turn the faucets on. We have the end of my invasion, just so I can run up the bill.
We are not.
Doesn't make sense. We're already being robbed, and yet you're trying to do this to get us robbed by utility bills.
And then flood the house.
Yeah, flood the house. It's like this is insult to injury.
So we'll be back on Tuesday. Like the video and subscribe if you haven't. Oh well, Lucha Talk, you can't do that. Steal the cords to every appliance in the.
I'm taking light bulbs. I'm doing petty shit.
I'm taking every battery in every remote.
Oh, for sure I'm going to the master bedroom and I'm jumping in his bed. Like a little child.
I mean, Lucha Talk, if you ever did that to me, I'm stealing your kid. He said piss in every pair of shoes. I'm holding your child ransom if you do that to me.
Yeah. That's personal.
I'll raise him like Dominic Mysterio.
No, you might be doing him a favor. You don't want to do that. Don't go to the point of raising him. Don't do that.
Oh, so that is the end of the show.
Yeah.
Tune in Tuesday and Thursday for your regular the Untitled Manny and Marcus show, and then the returning of Eric next Saturday with.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart,
The sharpshooters.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching
The Sharpshooters Wrestling Podcast.
Remember to like the video and subscribe.
And you know he cancelled ECAM, so I'm going to be running the show on Saturday.
Brandon Cutler is the worst thing that ever happened to this show.
By the way, it was your idea to buy this for Eric.
No, the original idea did fell through. All right, we wanted who was it? Ricky Morton to do it, and that fell through. We weren't paying
we
Ricky
still
Morton to
could have
die.
got Ricky Morton, but Ricky Morton wanted more.
Yeah, we were going to cheap.
So we'll be back next week.
I wish you would share his browser history. That's terrible.
Yeah, but what would Edge be looking at? Pictures of Hurricane Runners off the top rope. What else would he be looking at? Where can I find blood on short notice?
He has photos of Abaddon. Edge, what is this? This is not. No, I was researching. I was scouting. Vince told me to scout and see if there was talent there. That's all I was doing. These are only close-ups of her ass.
So we'll be back Tuesday. Have a good weekend. Peace.
Peace.